Sassy Wyatt. I'm a blind content creator and travel blogger, and today we're going to be talking all about sex. I am blind, chronically ill, and have mental health issues, but today we're really going to be focusing on the blindness and the chronic illness aspect of what it's like to have sex as a disabled person. So, for me, I was not born with my disability. I acquired it at the age of 8. And so I've known nothing but having a disability. When it came to having sex and sexual relations as a teenager, my biggest issue was actually to do with my chronic illness and not my visual impairment. My visual impairment didn't really impact me until a lot later on in my teenage and early 20s, but I think it's really important to talk about it because chronic illness isn't talked about openly enough when it comes to sex. So I have very swollen joints, I have problems moving them and keeping them into positions. And so when it came to having my first serious boyfriend and talking about sex and then eventually having sex, I had to be very careful of the positions and everything I wanted from sex. The beauty is, and a tip that I would give to anyone, is to always communicate with your partner. We made sex fun and we didn't make it into anything heavy, but if I was in pain, we would stop. If I would like to change positions, not just in a sexual way, but because my body was in pain, we did that. And I think, again, it's all about communication. When I went blind later on in life, I was actually at uni and I had a situation where I was in a friends with benefits relationship, and I was very conscious of the fact that we were friends and we were sleeping together when I was visually impaired but had a lot of residual vision. So when it came down to the potentiality of us having sex after me losing my virginity, it was something that played very heavily on my mind. But this again is where communication is key, because we were friends, we sat down, we talked about it, and all I can say is that it was a very enjoyable experience having sex after losing my virginity, because I was with someone I trusted, I was with someone that knew my body and I knew his, and I think that really, really helped the situation. Now that I am a married woman, I would say all the aspects of communication really do transfer into the same principles. My partner, my husband Grant, he and I are sexually active, and I think that's the point, is that disabled people are sexually active. Not many of us are asexual or don't want sex or don't want to be in a relationship where sex is involved. And so, again, over the years in our relationship, he and I make lots of jokes. We make fun about it. I don't really let my blindness or my arthritis get in the way of us having sex. Neither does he. But because I do have chronic pain and flare-ups, again, there are times where we have to stop or change positions or do things that we find comfortable for us in our relationship. And I think that is the strength of our relationship, because it's all about communication. I am sexually active, I'm proud to be sexually active, and I want anyone watching this to know that disabled people have sex, and if you are a disabled person and having sex, good for you. Leave it in the comments and let's carry on the discussion. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope it was interesting.